Join me as I dive into the unexpected ways COVID has turned the world of pro sports upside down. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on the world of professional sports. The virus has brought entire leagues to a standstill, altered the way games are played, and changed the very fabric of the sports industry. When COVID-19 first began to spread, the sports world was thrown into chaos. Games were canceled left and right, and teams were left scrambling to figure out how to move forward. One of the biggest challenges was player health and safety. How could leagues ensure that their athletes were safe from infection while still competing at the highest level? It was a question that nobody had an easy answer to. The financial impact of the pandemic was also devastating. With games being canceled, leagues were losing out on millions of dollars in revenue. And with no clear end in sight, teams were facing the very real possibility of going under. It was a perfect storm of uncertainty and fear. But as the pandemic wore on, leagues began to adapt. The NBA, for example, created a bubble environment where players could live and compete in a safe and controlled space. The NFL, on the other hand, opted for a more relaxed approach, relying on individual teams to implement their own safety protocols. The way that different leagues adapted to the pandemic is a fascinating case study in crisis management. Some, like the NBA, took a proactive approach, investing heavily in testing and safety protocols. Others, like the NFL, took a more reactive approach, waiting to see how things played out before making big changes. One of the most interesting examples of this is the NBA's decision to create a bubble environment in Orlando. It was a bold move, but it ended up being a huge success. The bubble allowed the NBA to complete its season without any major outbreaks, and it even helped to boost the league's ratings. On the other hand, the NFL struggled to contain outbreaks among its teams. Despite implementing safety protocols, the league still saw numerous games postponed or canceled due to COVID-19. It was a tough year for the NFL, and one that raised a lot of questions about its approach to the pandemic. Another key moment came when the MLB opted to hold a shortened season, with teams playing a reduced schedule and fans restricted from attending games. It was a difficult decision, but one that ultimately helped to minimize the spread of the virus. As we look to the future, it's clear that COVID-19 has had a lasting impact on the world of professional sports. Leagues are going to have to be more proactive in their approach to player safety and health, and they'll need to find ways to adapt to the changing landscape. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the game, and it's up to the sports world to evolve with it. What do you guys think about COVID's impact on sports? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want more insights, be sure to check out my previous video where I dive deeper into the world of sports in the time of COVID.